from Brevard Zoo, and today we are at our beautiful Indian River Lagoon down in Melbourne Beach at an environmentally endangered lands property at Hog Point. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about our mangroves and what they do for our wonderful lagoon. So right now, our lagoon, even though it looks pretty clear, is not super healthy. We have a lot of nutrients in our lagoon that have come from years of nutrient loading from fertilizer and stormwater and a lot of other things that just aren't great for our waterways. So we had a really bad algae bloom a few years back, and it really harmed our lagoon. It caused the seagrass to not get a lot of sunlight, and also when that algae decayed, it used up dissolved oxygen in the water that our fish and other animals need to breathe. And that's when we had our big fish kill a few years ago in 2016. So Brevard County residents took action and we passed a half-cent sales tax to help save our Indian River Lagoon. One part of that is to build oyster reef and living shorelines. Our goal is to build 20 miles of oyster reef and living shoreline over the 10 years since the start of the project. And like I said, oysters, but also mangroves and marsh grasses. So right here we have our 3 different types of mangroves that can be found in Brevard County. We have our white mangrove, then in the middle we have our red mangrove, and at the end, the black mangrove. Now they all 3 live in Brevard County and they all do wonderful things. As you can see, they have crazy root systems going on down here that help to hold the shorelines together and prevent erosion. They also can uptake nutrients through their roots, and like I said, we have too many of those, so we need to get some of them out of the water. They also create fantastic habitat for a lot of wildlife. And as you can see, they work right here with our restored oyster reef to help clean up our lagoon. So these guys, even though they are all mangroves, they are a little bit different. So right here we have the white mangrove leaf. As you can see, it's rounded. It has a little dimple here in the front. So that is our white mangrove. Their roots aren't too crazy, unlike the red that we're gonna see next. I'll let you zoom in there. So right over here, we have our red mangrove. These are known as the walking tree because, as you can see, looks like they're going to walk out into the water. They have 2 different types of roots, prop roots down here and our drop roots dropping down into the lagoon. Their leaves are a little bit different. They have very green leaves. They are large and long, and you can kind of see the salt sparkling off of these guys. Then our last mangrove, right over here, our black mangrove. They have super cool roots. We can see them right over here. They are called pneumatophores, or snorkel roots, sometimes called zombie fingers, because they reach up out of the ground and they're able to grow in soil that doesn't have a lot of oxygen since they're reaching up into the air. Now I'll show you this leaf right here. Now these are very easy to tell from the other 2 because they have a silvery backside. They look completely different from the other mangroves. And these ones can be super salty. Squirrels like to munch on mangroves quite a bit. So those are the 3 types of mangroves we have in the lagoon and some of their benefits. So if you guys are interested in helping us out and fostering a mangrove, we don't have a ton of storage space at the zoo, so we rely on volunteers just like you guys to take those home, grow them up for us, and then we can plant them in our lagoon, just like these little guys right over here that will one day grow big and strong and look just like our adult mangroves. Thank you and have a wonderful day.